Hello YouTube, it's BirdoPrey5, and I'm back sooner than I expected because I completely forgot. It's Sunday night, and it is time for our final ever Game of Thrones live stream. Tonight is the HBO documentary The Last Watch. It is an almost 2-hour documentary on the making and the last season of the making of the last season of Game of Thrones. And it's already started. It's just starting behind me. The first few minutes is just going through what's going on. So I'm going to start this stream. Thomas Potts was first. He said hi. Josh Street says, hey, Berg, Commander Ironwolf. You thought it was over. Well, the series finale ended. But tonight they are giving us a documentary. Kind of a last word on Game of Thrones. Doc Jambroni, welcome, Doc. Josh Reed says, Thomas, I forgot to turn on sound recording when I recorded Bird of Prey to the Moon. And Richie pulls his way, hello there. Well, welcome all of you guys. And I am going to be watching this documentary and live commenting on it. And it's already started. I am sorry I am late, but we're watching it. This is the beginning. And I will be watching and reporting on it and tell you what's going on. Basically, right now, we're just hearing the Game of Thrones music. And it just cut out. So let me switch over, and there we go. It is up for me. We're in Ireland. Well, I guess this is one of the sets. No photography allowed. Of course, they're recording. It's Titanic Studios. We see smoke coming out of a building. They're working on props. It looks like, oh, those were the dead dead people from the Night King battle. They were just like molded plastic or something. Now they're doing the masks. No, whatever they put in the crypts. The bodies in the crypts. And we've got extras walking around in full costume. They're washing heads off and body parts that are the decrepit, decaying bodies. Okay, so now we're at the production offices, and there's Anna is talking on the phone about 24-hour security. There's pictures they're going through. Good morning. Grodsworth's working on Friday. We know who's going to attend. So lots of phone calls. People. Finley? I don't know who Finley is. Bernie Caulfield, an executive producer, is typing away on her MacBook. They don't know how fast the dire wolves can go. And somebody says 30 miles per hour. And the executive producer is saying it's their biggest season ever. A lot of seasons, a lot to be made. They've got pictures of dire wolves compared to men, a person size. And there's like 15 different sizes. So they're saying that they have to figure out how big a green screen they need to run with a dire wolf. Apparently they need a 150-foot green screen. And she's using algebra. She's using math. She's using math because it's her job. Good for her. I have no idea who this guy is. He's got a white beard. I'm going to call him Santa Claus. Oh, Christopher Newman, a producer. He says the art department goes horizontally, but he wants to go vertically. And somebody's asking if he thrives on this. He says no. It's all he's done since he left school, which looked like 30 years ago. So maybe 40. Excuse me. I left school 20 years ago. So maybe he left at 40. Okay, so we're seeing props. A lot of... They have to do it quicker and for less money. You had 2 years to do season 8. Getting tons of looking zombies. I guess they're the White Walkers. You know, I gotta say, these are people who look exactly like you'd expect them to look, working on their art projects. Okay, a bunch of people sitting around a big table. We've not seen any actors yet. Okay, we got some sketchbooks going. Of how, I guess they're this is a montage. There's nothing to really review here. That's a motorcycle passing my house. Don't worry about that. Okay, we're in the costume. 25. The accent's very hard. Rachel Blair. The same people show up every year. They're fitting them for, it looks like Northman costumes. Oh my God. You're the person I'm here to see. I'm making a documentary about Game of Thrones. I'm wondering if I could follow your fitting. So they're going to follow him around to get fitted. Andrew McClay is a Stark guard. Lots of hugging. Are you buzzed? You're excited? Back for the last season. I'm loving life. And the boots are snug. Good. It's too snug. A size bigger. And thermal socks. So they're dressing. Apparently they've got to dress awkwardly because these clothes aren't meant to, go on. So he's in total costume now. That was a motorcycle. Could have been a Game of Thrones fan venting. This is incredibly boring stuff. I don't know how to say it. So he's got cool jackets with a dire wolf on the back. The unit you work with. There's dragon unit, White Walker unit, and wolf unit. He's got his Irish accent. Yeah, all the dead Starks for the crypt. Okay, then we see the map. Now we see actual King's Landing location scout. They're taking pictures of an actual village. Walking along some water. Deborah Riley, producing designer, saying that she didn't think they'd ever be allowed to shoot. No one was going to let them destroy their town. Well, of course, you weren't going to actually destroy the town. And outside the production office is a big flat piece of land. So, we could just build our own city, I'm sure. She's drawing an idea for a King's Landing street. They're gonna need to. They gotta build it. A lot of money, a lot of time. Yeah, well, you put the money into the wrong part of the show. Not the extra features on maybe this will be on the Blu-ray, but I'm hoping we're going to see actors and talk about it. Right now, they're just we got bulldozers and crap digging up dirt. I'm halfway tempted to just skip through. King's Landing, 7-month build. Day one. It takes them 7 months to build King's Landing on their backlot. Well, I gotta say, it's impressive. It's such a shame they completely wasted it. The winds knocked the fence down. They had to build a new fence. A guard is saying he watches the show, he loves it, now it's going to spoil for him. He wants to be on The Walking Dead. Shall we begin? They've got a cake or something of the Night King. And what a disrespect. I think this lady is throwing out scripts that they were read and now they've been recollected, so she's making sure they're all there. And that's for some people, they're going to be reading these scripts for the first time and they're going to realize they die. Excuse me. I think it's more surprising people read the scripts and realize they don't die. When they read their scripts and realize, hey, they're going to the wall. Or, some other stupid thing. Season 1 table read. We're going back to Season 1. Back when Jon Snow was respectable. So they're at the table read for the last episode. And that they're all family except they get along and they're all clapping. Now, obviously none of them are going to say anything bad. This has been, cleansed, watched, nothing we don't know is going to come out in this. They're doing a quick summary of the episode. Well, this is the episode where the Night King. This is where they find out that Arya kills the Night King, and they're all cheering. They're all cheering, and they're clapping. Jon Snow's clapping that Arya kills the Night King. It's the first time they know. So they do a read-through. I guess maybe this is common. But literally there's 40, 50 people around this giant table. and more along the sides of the room. So like every single person in that episode seems to be in this room, and they're reading their lines from their seats, which is good. But wow, I always thought that they would film these things in parts. You wouldn't know what the hell was going on with the other people. Where is Peter Dinklage? I hear him, but they're not showing him on camera for some reason. There he is. He's the only one that sounds halfway serious. Sansa, the actress who plays Sansa, is smirking as though the actor who plays Jon Snow is over dramatizing his feelings. They have John's end of Game of Thrones. That's not how it ended. They just said that Jon Snow looks down at what he did to Dany. That he killed Dany, and Jon Snow looks down at what he done, and end of Game of Thrones, and they all clap like that's the ending. Maybe that's what they honestly thought the ending was. Then what the hell was all the scenes they filmed? And now they are shredding. That's it. That was wow. Talk about all the wasted paper. I don't care if you're going to say you're going to recycle it or not. It takes a lot of resources to recycle paper. It's not like it's just easy thing to do and you can do it without resources. A ton of paper just for one walk read through, thousands of pages, and it's all going to be shredded just because they read it once. And the snow, oh, maybe they're using it for snow, paper, and water. Well, it can't be. It can't be the paper they use for the scripts, because that would have a lot of dark marks on it from the printing. This guy he doesn't want to waste money on the fake snow, so they have to make sure exactly where they're going to film, because they're only going to put the fake snow within the where the camera is going to be, because he's just not going to be able to cover the whole lot in fake snow. Oh, they're cursing. Something about horse feed. I can't even repeat what they're saying. But the location manager is cursing up a storm about horse feed. Yeah, that's why there was almost no snow in King's Landing. It was too expensive. It was too expensive to put white paper and water. They couldn't cover it. The entire point was waiting 2 years was so that you could have natural snow. That's what you guys told us. And they're filming this in spring. It's green. Everything is green. So what the hell was the point? Why did we have to wait an entire second year? You had a whole winter to film. Oh, there's an electric fence, so it keeps the cows away. There's people Okay, you got King's Landing. It's probably about halfway built. 3/4. Lots of boxes everywhere. People are talking. Oh, a stunt person is talking about. Two stunt people are talking about, what's going to happen. Thank you, Jennifer Dawn 14, for the subscription if you're here. Okay, so they've got people pretending to be White Walkers, and they're filming it on iPhones or smartphones just to see how it's going to look. And they're practicing, I guess. They're practicing getting stabbed and falling over. I guess it's something you have to do. I mean, I guess it is something, you need to do, but it's just kind of weird to see people practicing falling over and getting stabbed. They need to know what the fights are, what's going on. Okay, now you see, practicing sword play, that I get. Okay, that's looking a little weird. Somebody's shooting arrows, and you see the arrows. People get hit. Oh, wow. You just saw one of the heads crack open when an arrow hit it. There's a barrel of 100 different swords. Okay, so they seem to be filming in a crypt. It's certainly a dark, cavernous place. That's not a green screen. The war that's coming. There was no war. There was a battle, and then there was a surrender. There was no war. There were war crimes. Patrick Strapazon, David Nutter's assistant. Wow, David Nutter's assistant. Oh, he likes it on U.S. letter size paper, 8.5 by 11. He needs to get 8.5 by 11 by paper. A4 paper doesn't work for him. They have to ship in boxes of U.S. sized paper. Jesus effing Christ. Smack that guy across the face. He doesn't like his paper. Oh, A4 size. I need American size. I'm American. I wouldn't give a goddamn shit what size paper it was. If you were paying me the millions of dollars you're paying these other guys, you want to give me fucking oak tag paper, I will print or use oak tag paper. If it annoys me, I'll cut it myself. Fucking sending in a package of paper. Yeah, and these are the same people who are going to tell us we need to cut down on our carbon emissions, and we need to, drive smaller cars, and they're flying fucking 50-pound boxes of paper across the ocean so that they can write their own fucking notes on paper that makes them feel better. Fuck you! Paper size. Paper size. A4 paper isn't that different. The first morning of filming. I'm assuming first morning of filming of the final season. It's dark. Oh yeah, this is definitely a filming. It's 20 past 4. 4:20. Ah ha ha, 4:20. They said they've started as early as 3:30 in Morocco. Looks like Danny is the first in. And I'm using their actor name because I don't know I don't know the names of the actors and actresses. Wow, they wrap up her natural hair to put on the fake hair. I guess it's not surprising. There. They got the wigs on those, heads they put wigs on, and oh man, that's a lot of makeup. Oh, the braided hair wig. They put in the glue on her head. It is crazy how they just fit all that extra hair under there and you don't even notice it. Yeah, you gotta use those hair clips. Barbie pins. Barbie pins, that's what they're called. Everybody's thanking each other. Oh, he's just so happy, so excited. He got to do 50% of the final season. If you could give David a little privacy for this first rehearsal. A little privacy, please. Privacy. 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 This is Samuel Tarley asking Danny for a pardon. Somebody's job is to bring some guy his almonds. That's literally what he says. He's got to do his job. He's got to go bring somebody almonds so he has protein on the set. Oh, and yang herbs. Do you need any yang herbs with your almonds? Sure. He just called action for the first shot of the last season. And it's Samuel learning about the death of his father and his brother. Thank you. May I? He just thanked her for telling him, and he left. And that's the scene. Cut. That was it. Now we just need 500 more scenes like that and we have our season. Sorry, no credit. The heart attack van. It follows them around for food. And it says no credit. So this lady made this big sandwich just for herself, who does a tiger bread sandwich, and it was just for her own lunch, and people saw it and said, I want that. And now she just makes that tiger bread sandwich for everybody. Some guy's job is to do Jaime Lannister's trousers. I mean, I guess that's what you gotta have. You gotta have people to do the trousers, people to put the fake snow down. Well, how about you show us something interesting in this documentary? How about that? Great. They literally were watching them pour coffee. Yeah, they are concerned about the personal feng shui shit. That's why they ran out of money. They have a model of a dire wolf that, like, I don't know, an 8-year-old could have put together. Probably did. And now they got a flaming Dothraki sword. They've got an excellently detailed Night King, like statue or something. Peter Dinklage getting his hair done. The Unsullied walking. So apparently it's pretty cold out despite everything being green. Wow. This lady, the lady who was cursing before, every other word out of her mouth is F this, F that. I get it. And she's in a high stress job. Does that not bring a wee tear to your eye? Fucking bastard. Fucking 3, 2, 4, 5. That's not bad. 5 times in a minute. That's okay. I've done worse. But now instead of a cart, they're in an actual like cafeteria, and we see zombies eating lunch. Zombies eating lunch. Now they're eating pretty solid food, which is weird, because in the Deep Space Nine documentary, where Odo and some of the other aliens who had a lot of makeup, as much makeup as these zombies, they were saying they couldn't eat solid food. But these guys, they seem to have no problem eating solid food and makeup. So I wonder if makeup got better or the Deep Space Nine people were lying. Barry Gower, Sarah's husband, and I think a prosthetics artist. Welcome, John DeMarco. Less snowy than last week. Yeah. Thank you, Z Diddy. Z Dids. Thank you for the subscription. If you're here. Well, thank you either way. Some ladies calling for about a stunt for the severed arm. And do you remember David Nutter said to make sure the character would have their sleeve rolled up. But they're wearing long sleeve thick jackets. So you can't do a severed arm gag because it would look stupid. Why would they be doing a gag at all? This is Game of Thrones, not Saturday Night Live. The sword would never cut through the fabric? It seems terribly convenient. He's got his sleeves rolled up, ready to have his arm cut off. Nobody's going to notice. It's probably going to be shot in the dark anyway. I don't remember anybody losing their arm offhand. Some lady's asking, do you know how I get to cell 4? Pleasant enough. Don't follow me getting lost. And it looks like she made a wrong turn. It's hard when you work so hard on something. You want everyone to like it. And you want a high five for nailing it. I think Dan and Dave are about to come in. They're whispering. Dan and Dave are about to come in. I can't really tell what they think. I want to know what they think? They're thinking, we're going to be rich. We're out of here. Screw you guys. We're going to our island. And then we're going to do Star Wars. And that's it. Oh, yeah. Building it was a disaster. Well, that's not all. They had a Santa hat on a zombie. I guess it's Christmas time because now there's Christmas trees with ornaments, handmade ornaments of all the characters. Night shoots 1 week, and they're still putting down more fake snow. Tons and tons of fake snow. People are sweeping the snow. They're getting ready for these nighttime shots. It's literally dark out. But I guess they've got lights on now. You can see. Car tracks and stuff in the snow, so they've got to sweep the car tracks away because God forbid we leave car tracks or a water bottle or a Starbucks cup in the video. Yeah, Vile Mike, it is more boring than dying. Watching paint drying, it is. I don't know. I apologize. I was hoping there was going to be something of value here. I still holding out some hope. But I listen, guys, you don't have to stay here on my account. I appreciate you coming, but yeah, if you got something else better to do, like scratching different parts of your body, or stepping on a Lego, or picking at your fingernails or something, go ahead and do those things. I can't do much with what I'm being given here. Maybe I should play Kerbal until something happens. It's uncomfortable because you can't see. It's uncomfortable because you don't have the information. They're trying to explain to Sansa what her inspiration is or something. Well, yeah, you can't see because it's middle of the night. No. Episode 3 is a disaster from start to finish. This guy is saying that if you put the Battle of the Bastards together with these two other battles, that's the size of this episode. You know what? It was the size of nothing, because all I could see was one scene of Dothraki swords going out when they were all killed by the dead. And then the next week, the Dothraki were back via magic. This guy thought it was a good day. It was a good day of filming. He said we didn't F it up. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. King's Landing set 3 months until filming starts. So we went back in time because they were already putting snow out when we saw King's Landing last. And I'm sure they didn't start putting snow 3 months ahead of time. Is this the mountain? Yeah, I think this is... Yeah, this is the mountain versus the hound fight. We're seeing without any special effects and as a preview, not the actual. Lights out action. Good job. Exactly, Multi-Gun Man. Thank you, Vile. I wonder if there's a way to play this faster like in YouTube. There is not. There's not. I could go for a 50% increase in speed here. Guys, this sucks. Okay? This sucks. There is nothing here. I apologize for wasting your time, and I'm gonna cut this because honestly, I'm not even interested in watching this. There's nothing There's nothing here. It is the most boring thing I've seen in a long time. It's not good for me. It's not good for you, and it's not good for the whales. So I think we're going to end this early, and I'm going to delist this because this was a mistake on all levels. On all levels. I appreciate everyone who came, but Jesus Christ, this was a. There's nothing here. No one will find this interesting. I thank you, Thomas and Multi-Gun Man. I appreciate it. I really do. But there's no point in wasting my time or your time. I've got things going on tomorrow. If this was even halfway as interesting as the typical after the episode stuff that they'd show, after a Game of Thrones episode aired, there was various things you could watch, like the Dan and Dave talking about the show and stuff. If this was even 25% as interesting as the typical post Game of Thrones scenes, I'd still be watching it. But this is epically boring. I can't imagine what the hell. I guess they just figured, let's throw Game of Thrones on something, and hey, we'll make a. This is a documentary, not for us. Okay, this is a documentary for them. This is their celebrating their own show, their own lives. Maybe they're showing this to their family members. But I tell you, this was not made for us. This was not made for the Game of Thrones fan. This was not made for us. This was what happens when you have a bunch of actors and Hollywood types, and they've got a lot of money, and they're like, let's commission a documentary about ourselves, and nobody, actually thinks ahead. Like, who's our audience for this? Because it's not me, and I don't think it's you guys. Honestly, this feels like I'm at a family member's house back in 1988, and they are pulling out a slideshow to show me slides from their vacation to a place I've been 4 times already. And I'm going to see it from their perspective, even though I saw it myself, 6 months before and 6 months after. I thank you, Rambling Canuck. I could make grass growing fun. I don't know what else to do with this, but thank you guys so much. Qapla. I'm not even going to do the ending, because I tell you, I'm going to unlist this episode. It'll still be available on Bird of Prey 5. No. It'll be available on JUOT.net and antitracker.com with the direct link, but that's going to be it. It's not going to be a live video, because this sucked. Don't worry about it. Save yourselves. Save your time. Good night. Qapla. Tomorrow's Memorial Day. If you're in the United States, remember. Remember. As Spock would say. Remember.